Today I would like to talk about how Microsoft Word and LibreOffice Writer handling styles. For the longest time I used to think that the styles are handled pretty much the same in both programs. But lately I just discovered that no, that's not the case, and Microsoft Word handles the styles in a totally different, unexpected way that is causing kind of a disaster in my workflow. Or it can cause disaster if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know that the difference exists in there, and Microsoft Word is behaving kind of irresponsibly in that regard. I'm going to show you what I mean by this discrepancies. Alright, I have Microsoft Word opened here. I would like to create a new blank document on the left, and then LibreOffice is on the right, and I would create a writer document over there. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use a piece of text from science fiction, which is available for free. It's short fictions by Edgar Allan Poe. You can find it in all over the place on the internet. The one that I'm using is from standardbooks.org. I would like to have this text. I would like to copy the whole thing. Then I would like to paste it here into LibreOffice Writer. Paste. And I will do the same thing. As you noticed, it jumped to the end of this document. I would like to paste it into Microsoft Word as well. Microsoft Word paste acts a little bit faster. On the right side, I see the number of pages right now all the way to 495. On the left side, inside of Microsoft Word, I can see them to be kind of different. It could be the result of the margins on the sides and the top and the below that cause this difference, but that is not a big difference. Now I would like to have my styles, the list of my styles, visible. As I have already mentioned it in the previous videos, Microsoft Word has a very unfortunate design, I would put it that way. It cannot remember my setup from previous session, so each time I open a document, if I want to work with my documents, I have to start over again. I have to open up the style sidebar or dock it to the side of the application. I have already docked it to the side of this application, Microsoft Word. That's why it appears there. Otherwise, it just appears as a standalone kind of a dialogue like this, which I don't think it's an interesting way to show it to the user. This is the first thing, the first big difference between the two. So Microsoft really does not open it in a sidebar or a side panel. It just opens it for the first time. If you open it for the first time, you would see the list of your styles all separate in an individual module. So you have to dock it yourself. So this way it's going to live on the side. But next time that you open Microsoft Word, it does not remember at all what you did. The only thing it remembers is that you docked that panel. Okay, I open it again, it is already docked. Also, another thing that makes using the styles kind of tedious with Microsoft Word is that Microsoft Word does not remember the filter I used the last time to filter out the view of my styles, to sort the view of my styles that I have used or I'm going to use. For now, I see everything that is recommended as per their filter. But if I want to see a different view of it, for example, filter out everything that I have not used in this document and only see the styles that are used, I have to click on options to open a dialog box. Then out of this dialog, I have to use a drop down menu, click on in use, then click on OK. This way my view of the styles will change into only those styles that I've used inside of this document. Right now there are only a few of them because not many styles are used. I haven't applied any style. So these differences are pretty annoying when you start working with large documents. On the right side, you can see that LibreOffice always remembers the last look, the last setup of your working environment. So that's a positive. That is something that I really like. So I don't have to reset it, reconfigure it each time. Also, it remembers the filter I used last time for the viewing of the styles, and last time I used the applied styles filter. Also, the way that the filters work for showing me these available styles is pretty different because of the design of the user interface. The design of the user interface in LibreOffice Writer is much more logical and much more straightforward and streamlined. I don't have to click on many menus and go back and forth. The filters are right here in the drop down menu. I can just click on the drop down menu or drop up menu in this case and just select the ones that I want, the filter that I want, and it automatically changes the view to that. So this is a big plus. Many clicks are saved here. I don't have to go through all of those clicks, and this setup would be remembered the next time I open up a new document in LibreOffice. For the time being, I would like to have the automatic view, so it gives me the kind of a recommended view if you want to compare it with Microsoft Word. And I go back to Microsoft Word, click on the options, open up again this panel, this dialog box, click on the drop down menu, click on the recommended, click on OK. Oh my gosh, this is insane. So far, as you have noticed, the way that Microsoft Word deals with the styles is very poor, very unfortunate. And the menu system that they're using is ancient, in my opinion. I don't think it is on par with LibreOffice Writer in any way or shape or form. At any time, I 100% prefer, this is my preference of course, prefer LibreOffice Writer's dealing with it. It's much more rational, much more intuitive, much simpler to do and much simpler to understand what's going on in there. So that is the first difference between the two programs dealing with styles. The next item on my list is to see how I can manipulate the styles. I just discovered that Microsoft Word does not manipulate the styles, does not see styles the same way as I have always used to think that all word processors would do. I thought for the longest time that the styles are similar to the tags that you use when you're composing an HTML, CSS page. And in that way, when you put a tag on both sides, open tag and close tag on both sides of a piece of text or a paragraph or whatnot, this is going to be the best way to deal with it, and especially when you don't know what type of browser is going to render that page. You remember from composing an HTML or CSS file that it's usually said that it's a good idea to use predefined tags such as heading, H1, H2, H3, and instead of defining those headings in a specific way. Why is that? Because it simplifies the rendering and it uses the default rendering options of the browser without extra need to manipulation to manipulate the look of headings, for example. The same is true with paragraphs. So that has been always the thing that I thought is industry standard. So for the longest time, I used to think that all word processors keep the styles and differentiate between and apply the style to a piece of text versus a direct formatting. I thought that was how it has always been. So direct formatting was when you select a piece of text, like I'm doing right now in LibreOffice Writer, for example. You select a piece of text here. In my case, I'm going to select this piece and change it directly. Let's say I make it bold, or I make it bold and italic. This has always been called direct formatting. Nobody recommends it because this is not good for long text. You cannot keep the consistency and look throughout your text. You would eventually forget what you did where, and inconsistencies start to appear. Very much frowned upon, very much discouraged, this type of direct manipulation of text. So this has always been what I thought it is. Lo and behold, LibreOffice Writer always adheres to this philosophy or way of treating styles. Now, when I select the entire text, and if I want to clear the direct formatting to get rid of those individual manipulations that will lead eventually to the inconsistencies, I select the whole text in LibreOffice Writer, and I would remove the direct style by clicking on this menu button or clicking on Control M. What I expect is to see all direct manipulations to be removed. See what happens. See? That is correct. That is good. That is what I always thought should happen. So from this perspective, LibreOffice Writer adheres to the standards, the best practice in the industry. Unfortunately, Microsoft Word doesn't do it. Microsoft Word does not do it this way. Microsoft Word, if I select a piece of text and I directly manipulate it, for example, make it bold and italic, certainly this is direct manipulation, direct formatting, and I select the whole thing, clear the direct formatting, and I see most probably the same effect. So far so good, right? However, the difference starts to appear when I apply styles. Look what happens. Here, I apply a style on the right side in LibreOffice Writer. I'm going to apply a ridiculous style. You never apply that style to a paragraph, but let me go crazy and apply heading 9 to this paragraph, right? It looks crazy. That's not heading. Definitely, but let us just do it for the sake of presentation. Now I'm going to select all, clear formattings. Nothing happened. This is correct. This is the right behavior. Nothing should happen because I didn't do any direct formatting here. I used styles. What I expect is that when I use styles, I'm not doing it the way that direct formatting does it. That is what I expected. That is what I see in LibreOffice Writer. Let's go to the left side and do the same thing in Microsoft Word. Okay, for this, I'm going to apply this heading, heading 6 to this paragraph, or maybe heading to this paragraph. Again, this is just for the purpose of demonstration. That long paragraph is not a heading, it's a body text, so you don't do it usually normally, but I just want to show you what happens. All right, so right now I applied the style, or I thought that I applied a style, so that is not supposed to be deleted or removed when I clear direct formatting. right? That's what you think, because this is not a direct formatting. All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to select all texts, Control A, clear all direct formattings, and wait. My style that I applied is gone. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I did not know that Microsoft Word does not respect the way that styles are applied or manipulated. This is a very bad news. From now on, now that I discovered this crazy behavior, that definitely they would call it a feature. They would not call it a bug or anything. They would say, oh well, our feature is like this, definitely. But this so-called feature has this terrible property that you cannot clean up your document without deleting all of the applied styles. I don't really know how people go about making long documents in here. This already disqualifies Microsoft Word from being a useful word processor for longer pieces of document. I don't know how people go about doing this. With LibreOffice Writer, if I happen to accidentally apply certain things to certain pieces of text, let's say in here I selected a piece of text, applied bold and changed it directly by hand to a big size and did crazy things to it, I can always remove that and make sure that the applied style is not going to be changed or damaged. So applied style in here is default. So I would expect when I select this and I clear direct formatting, I just expect to remove direct formatting, not my styles. Look what happens. Correctly, it removes the direct formatting. What if I had applied a style? Look, I'm going to apply crazy style to it like this. Insane, right? Then I'm going to directly format a piece of this style. Select this one, make it italic, make it not bold, make it kind of small, 10 point, and change the color to red. This is called direct formatting. Now you want to clean it up? Easy. Select that paragraph or whatever piece is, or even select the entire document, all of it. Click on clear direct formatting or Control M. Control M. Back to the applied style. That is the beauty of applying styles. That is why you apply styles. Let's go to Microsoft Word and see what happens. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna apply heading 1 to this whole paragraph, crazy thing, right? Then I'm going to select one sentence and make it by hand. I'm gonna just change it to red and make it bold and make it italic and change the size to something insane, like perhaps like this. All right, okay. Now I would like to clear my document from these type of direct manipulations. I have no option. You don't have any option without damaging your applied style. It removes the applied style as well. Look what happens. I'm going to select the whole thing. Click on clear. It says clear all formatting. It doesn't even say clear, clear the direct formatting. It used to be called clear direct formatting. I guess that is what it is. Maybe they changed it, or maybe I misremember and misrecall it. But it removes all formatting whatsoever. So how am I supposed to clear clear formatting itself? There is only one option. See, clear formatting and styles from selected text. Where is the other option that was there to clear only the direct manipulations, not all the styles? I don't see that. Okay, you guys might say, hey, you don't know that this directs clear all formatting. Of course it clears all the formats, it says so, right? It says clear all formattings. Maybe there is another icon that you, Eric, don't see. Let's see if there is another icon for this. So I click on customize the ribbon, go here. I would like to have a look at all commands, or everything that is. Go down, clear, go to clear, and see if there is something. Maybe there are. Maybe there are something that I'm missing. There are quite a few clear things. There's a clear here. There's a clear form field, clear formats. Clear formats is clear home, clear formatting, and there's clear art. Nope, there is no such thing as clear direct formatting. As you can see, I don't have that. In the home tab, I do have this piece, and over there is one thing, clear formatting. It is already there. That is all there is. I don't have any other option. So this guy, when I select the text, if I click on this, it clears all formats. You see the pop-up menu, the pop-up help or whatever you can tip that comes up. It says clear all formatting. It just removes everything, including the styles. Oh gosh. Okay, let us click on tell me more. Maybe this tell me more would tell me something more that I don't know. All right, so it says when you click on that in Word and Publisher, it clears all formatting, clears all formatting, clears all formatting. That's it. There's nothing else here that would help me do any better. I don't think this is useful at all. See, if I click on that, it does what it says it does, which is not useful at all. This feature is hugely useful that in LibreOffice Writer, that is totally 100% missing over there in Microsoft Word. Let us come to LibreOffice Writer and see if there is something equivalent to what we saw in Microsoft Word. Do we have something like clear all formattings? Let me double check. Okay, I'm going to right click here, and I am going to just quickly have a look at what I have here. I don't see that clear. I see clear here, Control M, but I don't see clear all. This Control M only clears the directly manipulated text, which is whatever it is selected, it would remove the direct formatting. Okay, let us click on customize toolbar. Maybe LibreOffice also has something similar to what you see here. Okay, I'm going to search for clear. There's only one item here which is clear. It doesn't say anything else, which is that's Control M. How about the menu? Maybe it's somewhere else. Let me see. Clear. Nope. Oh, that's it. Those other ones are not relevant. By the way, have you noticed that customization of the toolbar, how simple it is? I can search for something here very easily. With Microsoft Word, I couldn't see. I come to Microsoft Word, right click, click on customize the ribbon, and how can I search? I cannot search. I can only change the view to all commands, and that's it. I have to scroll up and down, and I can't really search for anything. This is really backward. This is stuck in 1998, I would say. Very unfortunate. I don't think that Microsoft Word is in any way or shape or form on the same level of polish or utility that LibreOffice Writer is. LibreOffice, the feature set and the utility of LibreOffice long surpassed Microsoft Word. We'll talk about that in a separate video. Thank you for watching.